Sega.
Welcome. This is Let's Play Vanquish. Vanquish is a third-person shooter developed by Platinum Games, formerly Clover Studio, and directed by Shinji Mikami, the creator of Resident Evil. Now, these guys have a history of developing really special games that don't necessarily sell well. Beautiful Joe, Okami, God Hand, and more recently Bayonetta. Vanquish is no exception. It's a really fantastic game that many people have never heard of, much less played. I'm going to turn on subtitles for the benefit of the viewers, and everything else is okay with me. This game came out October of last year, October of 2010. I had not even heard of it until a couple of days after it came out. I happened to catch a quick look on Giant Bomb. I downloaded the demo on the Xbox 360 and immediately fell in love. And I've been playing the game ever since. Alright, I believe this is the tutorial level.
On your monitor.
Looking good. The scenery's a little bland, though.
If I remember correctly, this game was going to be a first-person shooter at one point.
We're starting with electro-optical targeting systems calibration.
But I could be wrong.
Sam, I'm going to display a virtual target. Try to follow it visually.
Okay, yeah. Normally, I have no trouble aiming at things, but when I'm being tested, I panic and overshoot. Ugh, there we go.
If things seem backwards, let me know, and I'll adjust the optical nerve sensors.
Alright.
You know, this is a real pain in the ass. How many times you guys gonna make me do this?
It's important we have baselines, Gideon. Just because you can read a manual doesn't mean you know what you're doing.
Okay, I guess I'm supposed to check out the options screen real quick, and okay, yeah. I like Type A, that's good.
True. You know I know what I'm doing, so let's do something different. What's on today's test schedule?
Look, I know you're in a rush to get to the bar, but we've got a lot to go over. Passing
What's she
full
implying?
control to you now.
Okay, I'll go through these, introduce you to the various features of Sam's suit.
Go ahead and give us some basic rotational movement readings.
Rotational, okay. So, they are showing me how to move and look. I have to go to each one of these little markers. Yay! And you can vault over cover, like so. Look at that thing. That's so cool.
Skeletal actuators functioning nominally.
We're going to get readings on boost limitation. Engage whenever you want.
Okay, so one of the defining features of Vanquish is that Sam has boosters built into his suit. You can boost around on your knees, and your ass, and it's really satisfying. It never gets old. And obviously what I'm supposed to do here is boost around this outer ring and touch each one of these markers. I think I'm supposed to boost because there's a time limit. I'm going to do it wrong so you can see what happens. I think this is right. Oh, I failed. Okay. Now I'm going to do it right. Sham.
Overheating.
Oh.
That's maximum
I,
practical output on our current reactor design.
The suit's cooling system can't keep up with that output level. It's causing some temporary performance loss.
The
especially with
overheating
skeletal
animation is very
actuators.
cool.
I'm losing like 30% mobility here.
30% is within our project goals.
Elena, let's move on before Frank reads us the Project Grant chapter and verse.
Goodness. Those guys. Alright, now we get to shoot some guns.
Firing systems. Proceed with test.
Affirmative. Launching virtual target.
Oh, where's it gonna be? Okay. Alright, so shoot with the right trigger, reload with the right bumper. Pretty standard.
We're going to adjust target acquisition.
Now I can aim for increased accuracy. Decreased mobility. That seems fair. Okay, let's shoot some more. That's fine with me.
Recoil compensators are on and functioning normally.
You can't suppress the recoil anymore?
Sam, your weapon isn't exactly stock.
I know. I'm changing blade modes. Let's try firing something different.
Okay, so Sam just said something about blade. Your weapon is actually several weapons in one. And changing from one to the next is so cool. Check it out. It's really just a core.
Number of configurations stored in memory. You can't just scan whatever you want and have it work.
Uh-huh.
That being said, go ahead and activate the scanner.
So at any given time, you can have the schematics for up to 3 different weapons stored in this little handle thing called the blade. And if you want more weapons, you have to swap one out. So let's see here. I really like this heavy machine gun. The assault rifle's pretty cool too, but for now I'll replace it with the disc launcher. So I'm going to scan the disc launcher. Yeah. And I'm going to kill these robots with it. The disc launcher. It looks like a Nerf toy. It's got flames on it and stuff. Alright, now I'll pick up the rocket launcher. That's still cool. The rocket launcher has this lock-on ability. You don't have to lock on, you can just fire blind like that. It works pretty well. Or you can hold on a target for a couple of seconds and then do this. Shit. I wonder if I can, like, shoot backwards. Wow, did you see that? Incredible. I'm out of rockets. Okay, this is the upgrade ship. Looks more like a hologram to me, but what do I know about technology? Weapons are upgradable, at least under normal circumstances they are. And sometimes the upgrades are pretty interesting, but for the most part they just incrementally increase ammo capacity and destructive power.
Now we're going to check the grenade mounts.
Alright, so on Sam's hip there you can see he's got 3 dangling grenades. And you can switch between 2 different types of grenades. Fragmentation grenades are green, and EMP grenades are yellow. EMP grenades stun enemies. In fact, they even stun human enemies, which is kind of weird. And frag grenades blow them to hell. Okay. Guess that was it.
We need to get some data on how far we can push the actuators.
I'm releasing an object to test your impact force.
Our friends at the Pentagon were happy to lend us a brand new piece of equipment. Electromagnetic armor. Punch it as much as you'd like, Sam.
So Vanquish is primarily a shooter, but it also has some melee combat as well. Depending on which weapon you currently have equipped, you will do a different melee attack when you press the melee button. The heavy machine gun does this jump, flip, kick thing, which is pretty cool. The assault rifle does a rapid punch. That's pretty cool. And the shotgun does a backhand, or when she just won't listen. You can also do this. Regardless of what weapon you have equipped, you can do this flying kick, which is quite powerful. And I'm going to try that against this armor now.
Confirming electromagnetic reaction. Sam, give the electromagnetic engine generating the reaction.
Melee
force a
attacks are
second
really
cool.
powerful, so just one successful
So we
attack
can't hit the thing
overheats your
too
suit.
quick, huh?
Go ahead and punch it again.
And some people have complained about that,
Nothing
but
beats
some
the
people
old
need to
one.
shut up.
Looks like you've still got some bite in you, Sam.
Alright, I'll destroy this one too. Let's see. I'll use the backhand maneuver. And finish it up with a flip kick. Awesome. Okay, last but certainly not least, AR mode.
Sam, we took the measurements we made of your brain's sympathetic nervous system and tuned the R's suit's synaptic emitters to augment your reactions under fire.
Rs, not arse.
Doesn't really make walking around with electrodes all day any more comfortable.
Sam's got
Small
electrodes
price
in his
to pay
butt.
for having elevated synaptic activity during critical fight-or-flight situations.
Will you two quit bickering like a couple of MIT grad students? Now let's proceed with our test of the R's functionality. Let me know when you're ready, Sam.
Oh, I'm ready. Gimme.
Okay.
So what do I... So whenever you take critical damage, like I did just now, time slows down. And this gives you an opportunity to deal with
I
whatever's
finished
attacking
implementing
you.
the manual trigger system you asked for. The system will automatically lock if it detects any life-threatening imbalances in your hormonal levels due to extended use.
Alright, so I can only use so much AR mode. And I can trigger it manually by performing an evade move whilst aiming. Everything slows down, even the music and the sound effects and the voices, which is pretty cool. It's not as impressive here because nothing is really moving. If these robots were jumping around or something, you could see. Well, there'll be plenty of time for that later, I suppose. Tell you what, I'll blow this guy up and I'll switch into AR mode when he explodes. What? Ah, Brought to you by Havoc. I did it again. Give me a second, alright? Go. And I think that was it. Alright. I am
Very well.
tutored.
I think that's enough for today's test.
Good job, Sam.
That little workout made me hungry. Elena,